Alright guys, welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. It's Ali Plays. And today we're going to be doing, this is going to be the start of a new series that is going over Fire Night 20. So we're going to go over all the roles for Fire Night 20, and it's going to be in each separate video. So this series is supposed to help people master Fire Night, the Fire Night dungeon. So I'm going to go over each role in the respective video, and hopefully at the end of the series I can actually get an all rare Fire Night 20 team going. Hopefully I can do it. So the role we are discussing today is the multi-hitter role. So the role of this champion is to bring down the shield ASAP by using multiple hits. So usually 3 or more hits is preferred, but sometimes using a double hit champion is okay as long as they can cover other roles as well. So the purpose of bringing down the shield is to allow yourself the ability to do much more damage on the Fire Night. And yeah, let's go over the 10 candidates for the multi-hitter role. So the first candidate is Apothecary. So what I love about him is he actually brings utility in this fight, and his A1 is a triple hit, as you can see. So his A1 is supposed to be a triple hit, which is supposed to attack 3 times at random. But since the Fire Knight is only one target, all 3 hits will go after him. So that is very good. His A2 is a heal that will help your squishy allies recover if need be, and his turn meter boost is going to really shine by making your slower champions faster. So Apothecary should be the fastest guy on the team, and most likely I will use him when I make the video showcasing how it's done. So Cold Heart, so she covers multiple roles on her A1 alone. So she has a 4-hit A1 as well as 100% heal reduction, which is one of the roles we need to cover. Not only that, she also covers a third role, which is turn meter manipulation. So Heartseeker will be very good for when the shield is down. Not only will she remove 100% turn meter, but she will also deal a huge amount of damage, helping you clear the Fire Knight that much quicker. And also her A2 ability will help you out during the first 2 waves. So definitely a great candidate. She can cover multiple roles. So Bona is actually a sleeper pick. He has a double heal on his A1, but he makes up for that by covering the heal reduction role. So if you look at his A2, his A2 actually has 100% heal reduction when fully booked, and it will be on a 2-turn cooldown. So definitely a great candidate. And also he has an AoE that will actually help you out a bit in the first 2 waves. And he can also place increased crit rate. So if that Cold Heart needs a little bit of a boost in crit rate, he can help in that aspect as well. So it's definitely a viable choice. Alright, so we do have Aethel here. She has a triple hit on her A1. But she doesn't actually bring much else to the team on Fire Night 20. I mean, she does have an AoE on her A2. And she can cover this multi-hitter role, but she doesn't do multiple roles. In the beginning, like when this game was out before, she was a top candidate, I guess, for Fire Night 20. But now they're releasing a lot of rares that can cover multiple roles, and they also have triple hits that are much better than Aethel's. We'll go over some of them, and they are in this video, so let's move on. So next up is Anointest. So this guy is very cool because he covers the multi-hitters role, and he also provides support with his A3. So this is one of the other champions that can actually be better than Aethel for Fire Night 20. So you see he's got the triple hit right here. Freeze doesn't really do anything except for the first 2 waves. He has a double hit on his A2 that has a 75% chance of stealing a buff from the target, so that's not going to really help you when you reach the Fire Night, but it can help you a bit from the first 2 waves. His A3 ability is what was when I say that he has utility. He can fill the turn meter of all allies by 25%, and as well as placing a 30% increased crit rate buff on all allies for 2 turns. And that can be a 4-turn cooldown if you book it. And that's actually going to help you Cold Heart as well. So if you can, if you really need help reaching that 70% crit rate with a Cold Heart, this guy can help you. It shouldn't be too hard, but this guy will help you with that. So Crimson Slayer. So her kit is basically designed for Fire Night. She actually covers 3 roles, which is crazy. She covers multi-hitter, turn meter manipulation, and heal reduction. Although her heal reduction is only 50%. So she is very intriguing. I will most likely try her out when I do the showcase. I haven't chosen my teams yet, but she is a candidate for sure. She has a triple hit right here. It attacks at random, but when you reach the Fire Knight, as I said, the same as Apothecary, it's only going to hit the Fire Knight. So that's very good. And she can also play Sleep, which will actually help you in the first 2 waves. If she attacks 3 different enemies, she can put them to sleep. Flowing Sword, there it is, the turn meter manipulation. But the cool thing is that she actually fills her own turn meter when she removes turn meter. So she is very good. And you can actually make that 100% chance of decreasing the target's turn meter by 50%. And you can do some more damage. Her last ability is an AoE, so again, that will help you in the first 2 waves. And she has an 80% chance of placing a 50% heal reduction, the weaker version of heal reduction. But that should be okay if you don't have anybody else. And it's going to be a 100% chance of doing so, and it's going to be in a 5-turn cooldown. So she is very intriguing choice for Fire Knight 20. So let's talk about Doom Screech. I think this guy is highly underrated. So this guy has a double hit on his A1, but he can also provide utility with his A2. So he fills the turn meter of all allies by 30% and also places a 60% increased defense on all allies for 2 turns, which is amazing for survivability. And he also has an AoE to help you out in the first 2 waves. He doesn't really do too much damage, but if you build him with high HP, he should be doing a little bit more damage. That can be a 5-turn cooldown. And you can also reduce the cooldown of this ability, as well as, yeah, you definitely want to reduce the cooldown of this ability. So now we have Monger. So this is one of the new rares I was talking about. You remember I said how Aethel is getting outclassed by new rares that are coming out. So this guy's going to be great for this dungeon. So again, he has a triple hit on his A1, as well as a AoE decreased defense. So that is amazing. So this will help you clear the first 2 waves much more quickly. So here's a triple hit A1. And then he also has that AoE that can place 60% decreased defense. So that is a big version that will help you clear the first 2 waves much quicker. And he's able to ground himself an extra turn while boosting himself, just like Aethel. So I think he's a better candidate than Aethel for this role. And another one is one of the new rares as well as Coffin Smasher. So what's cool about him is his A1 is amazing. Probably one of the best A1s in the game. Has a triple hit that can place a 50% decreased attack. That's a big version. So this will definitely help in this fight. It will let the Fire Knight do less damage. And he has a 30% chance of placing that 3 times. So he has 3 chances to place that decreased attack, so which is crazy. He can also place HP burn, which will help you a little bit against Fire Knight once the shield is down. And he can also decrease the damage that enemies inflict with AoE attacks by 5%, which will help your team survive a little bit. The last slot, I will actually place 3 champions here for a 3-way tie. So they all cover multiple roles, and it all depends on your roster, which of these you choose. So I got Painkeeper here. So she has double hit, heals, and she has a cooldown reduction, which will help your team dramatically. Runic Warder, he also has a double hit on his A1, but he also has decreased attack in his kit, and he also has a reflect damage and continuous heal. And then the last champion I want to talk about is Stitched Beast. So this guy also has a double hit on his A1, and actually he has double hit on 2 abilities, and he has a full turn meter reduction ability, which is right here. Attacks one enemy, fully depletes the target's turn meter. It's on a pretty long cooldown, but you do need turn meter manipulation, so he does cover multiple roles. So definitely a solid choice if you don't have any of the other champions. So that about covers the multi-hitters role, and remember to try and use multi-hitters that can also cover other roles, and not only this one. Next video we will be going over is the heal reduction role, so stay tuned for that. And let me know down in the comment section who would you actually use in All Rares Fire 20 team to cover this role. So if you guys found this video helpful or entertaining anyway, make sure you guys drop a like. If you guys are new to the channel and like to see it, then consider subscribing. And as always, I want to thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.
I'm Tyrone. I need everybody to subscribe to the homie Ali Al Plays. And that's non-negotiable either.